Welcome everybody back to another edition of Unscripted Wrestling. Unscripted Sports Show. I'm your host, Money E. I'm back for part one of college football bowl picks. I'll be doing this in four parts. I'll be doing 12 games today. I think eight. I forget how many on Wednesday, but eight on Thursday, eight on Friday. So I'm doing this in four parts all this week, and then I'll be back hopefully Monday, maybe Sunday night for second round picks for the playoff. And there probably won't be any shows next week as far as football and wrestling too. So we'll take a week off this week, but I'll do my NFL picks and my college NFL picks on shorts. But I might, if I have time, I might do a live one. Depends. Next Tuesday is Christmas Eve, and I usually do this on Tuesdays. But since I'm doing four parts, I'm doing today, tomorrow. I'm doing one today, one tonight, obviously, and then one Wednesday, one Thursday, and one Friday. Since there's no wrestling show this week, but there is a one team combined show with me and Doug doing our second one of the classic cartoon. But yeah, this is part one. Wait, we're doing 12 games. Last week there was only two games that I did all the college first round picks, but I also did the Army Navy, which I got wrong. Army shit the bed. Sorry. But they did. They didn't. I wouldn't say they didn't show up, but they crapped the bed. And then the bowl game I got right, which is South Alabama, and I got Western Michigan to cover, and I got that right. So I was 1-1 in both my picks and my bets. So good to know that. And I am 80-66 on the season and 17-34 on the bets. I didn't have a best bet last week. So to recap my first round picks, I have Indiana beating Notre Dame 27-24. I did this all last week too in the video, so if you want to check that one out, I'm just recapping my first round picks since they didn't happen yet, and they happened on Friday. Can't wait for that. And then Saturday, full game slates on Saturday too, with even the FCS playoffs with North Dakota versus South Dakota and Montana State versus North Dakota. I think is it I think it's North Dakota. Yeah, I know it's Montana State versus North Dakota, and North Dakota State versus South Dakota State, and I think the other one is North Dakota. Yeah, it's North Dakota, and they're all great. I did an FCS parlay, and I hit that North Dakota, South Dakota, and North Dakota. So I think Montana State wins, and I think North Dakota State wins. So that will be a FCS championship. Just a little FCS there. Then on Saturday I have Ohio State beating Tennessee in the late cap. That's a late game at 8:00. No, that's a 8 p.m. game. That's a late game. That's the last game of the day. I'm going backwards here. And then next game is wait, I'm missing a game here. Oh yeah, there's only 4 games. So 3 on Saturday. And the 4:00 game. No, The 4 o'clock game is Indiana. This is the 4 o'clock game. This is the 8 o'clock game. This is the Friday night game. Indiana beating Notre Dame. The 8 o'clock game, I have Ohio State beating Tennessee. And then I have Clemson upsetting Texas. Yes, I have Clemson upsetting Texas. That's a 4 o'clock game on TNT. And then the first game on Saturday, I have Penn State beating SMU 21-17. So I have all the dogs covering, but I have 2 underdogs winning outright, and I have 2 Penn State and Ohio State winning outright as the favorite, and I have Indiana and Clemson winning. So I have 3 Big Ten teams winning, and then one ACC team winning. So the first game I'm gonna do for bowl games is tomorrow night. It's Memphis versus West Virginia in the Coffee whatever bowl. It is number 25 Memphis 10-2 minus 4.5 at minus 112 on FanDuel versus West Virginia, who is at 6 plus 155 on the money line. 9 p.m. on ESPN. Should be a good game. I got Memphis winning 27-17 and the under hitting. I think Memphis is the better team. I think the senior quarterback, I forgot his name. Let's go over this. Let's check out these stats. I'll be right back. Just have to get something. I'm back. As I was saying, Memphis winning 27-17. I think it's going to be a good game. I just like Memphis better. I think they're a good team. They have good quarterback. Let me check his name. I think it's Sam something. I don't think I have anybody watching, but let's see what his name is. I know he's a really good quarterback. I think he's going to be good in. Seth Hangen. Seth Hangen, whatever, however you say it. I think he's good. He has some good stats. He threw for over 3,000 yards, threw for 23 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. Quarterback rating of 57.3. He had Any rushing touchdowns? No rushing touchdowns, but he was a efficient passer. I would say. Let's see, 64% this year, 66% last year, 64% 2022, and 59 and 60%. So he's been throwing over 60% all his career. He's a senior. His last game at Memphis, so I think he's gonna go out on top, and I think he's gonna have a good game and show the scouts that he should be maybe a first rounder, maybe a second round. I don't know. I haven't dug deep into where he's going to be projected, but he looks like an NFL quarterback. Could be an NFL quarterback. He is 6'3", 215. So not 6'5", but 6'3". It's around that average that average for a quarterback in the NFL. That pro pro NFL quarterback that runs a pro style. So next game is on today is the on Wednesday, Western Kentucky versus James Madison. Western Kentucky is plus 190 on the money line. James Madison is 6.5, 6.5 point favorites. They were 8-4 this year. Western Kentucky is 8-5 because they lost in the Sun Belt Championship. Was it Sun Belt? Yeah, I think it was Sun Belt. Was it Sun Belt? Yeah. Over under 51.5, 5:30 on ESPN. I have Western Kentucky winning 31-28 in a high scoring game, and the over hits. Let's check this. Oh, I was gonna check out West Virginia's stats here. Let's get back to that. 173 in rushing offense, 24th in passing the offense, 101st in rushing defense, and 116th against the pass. 54 in defense and 21st in offense. That is the Memphis Grizzlies. Not the Memphis Grizzlies, Memphis Tigers. Now the West Virginia Mountaineers. They were 194th in rushing, 27th in rushing, 96th in passing, 55th in run defense, and 125th in pass defense, 103rd in the nation in defense, and 58th in defense. Now let's look at this game. James Madison, Western Kentucky. Western Kentucky was 76 in offense, 96 in defense, 11th against the pass, 130th against the run, 108th in rushing, and 32nd against the pass. So they're better in passing on both sides of the ball, and they're in the hundreds against the rush and in rushing. So they're not a good rushing team on both sides on either side of the ball, and they're a good passing team and good against the run, good against the pass and on both sides of the ball. So their strength is the pass, offense and defense, and their weakness is the rush and on offense and defense. As far as James Madison, 49th in offense, 25th in defense, top 25 in defense. That's pretty damn good. 33rd against the run, 37th against the pass. So they were balanced on defense. 30th in rushing and 79th in passing. So they were top 80 in both rushing and passing, and top 40 in both rushing and passing defense. So pretty good for James Madison. They had a good year despite their coach leaving. Oh, I didn't even show it. I was talking about this. So I won't show the other one, but I said it on there. So there you go. Next game I'm going to talk about is the Art of Sports LA Bowl. I don't know how they come up with these god name awful bowls. Got number 24 UNLV minus 106 on the money line. And you got California 6 and 6 minus 1.5 on the spread. So they're the favorite. Over under 48 and a half. I have UNLV winning 38-24. I think the wrong team's favorite here. But the Cal just lost their starting quarterback in Manzella as he entered the transfer portal. So he's in the transfer portal. So I have to do better with this. But let's see. Hold on. Maybe I do this. Yeah. Or no. Do this. Or do this. I'll do this for now. Next game is California and UNLV. Let's take a look at their stats. Now Cal is 70th in offense, 41st in defense, 94th against the pass, 27th in passing offense, 15th in rushing defense, and 108th in rushing offense. So their defense was pretty good. Their offense was pretty decent, 70th, so top 75. I don't know why they're the favorites. I guess because it's the LA Bowl, so yeah, whatever. So UNLV lost their starting quarterback at the beginning of the year. And 3 games in, he decided to quit and enter the transfer portal. I forgot his name, but he's not worth saying because he quit on this team. I mean, I understand there was some problems, so I'm not gonna knock him. But he quit on the team. He quit on the team. He could have handled it differently. He could have played out the season and just say, "I'm gonna enter the transfer portal after the season or whatever." He could have done that, but I guess he wanted to leave when he did. He missed the whole season. He missed the rest of the season. He played 3 games, so he cost himself a year, I guess. So 50th for UNLV, 50 against the defense, 106 against the pass, 15th against the rush. So they're a good rushing defense, and they're good pat rushing. This is another team that's good in rushing against the pat against. This is another good rushing team in both offense and defense, and against the pass they're bad. They're 106, and again in passing the offense they're 121st. So, but they're 35th in offense. So being 5th in rushing balances out and makes them 35th in overall in offense and 50th in defense. So their strength is rush and against the rush, and their weakness is the pass and against the pass. Just like what's the other team? I forgot the other team. I think it was James Madison, I think. So I think it's going to be a good game. I have UNLV winning 38-24. I think the wrong team's favorite. Next game in New Orleans Bowl. This is on. This is also on. No, this is on. When is this? I can't find it. New Orleans Bowl is on Thursday. Georgia Southern versus Sam Houston State. Right? That's it. Yeah. Uh, Sam Houston State is the underdog. They are plus 184 on the money line, and Georgia Southern is 5.5 point favorite. I think Sam Houston wins 27-24. I think that's a high spread. 48.5 on the money line. No, not on the money line. 48.5 on the over under. This is New Orleans, obviously. New Orleans Bowl. The Sam Houston was 9-3 this year. Georgia Southern 8-4. So this should be a good game on Thursday night, going up against the NFL. But the NFL game is the Chargers and Broncos. So yeah, but I'll be watching both. I think it's going to be a good game. I like Sam Houston State to win. Let's take a look into their stats. Sam Houston, 92nd against 92nd in offense, 52nd against the pass, 102 against the rush. 102 in rushing offense, 120th in defense. So their defense is not good. 123rd against the pass, 103rd against the rush. They're not a good defensive team. So I might have to think about. No, this is Georgia Southern. I'm sorry. This is not Sam Houston State. That's one of Sam Houston State. Sam Houston is 96 against in the offense, 123rd in passing offense, 29th in rushing offense. So they're pretty top 30 in rushing. They're a good rushing team. 55th against the rush. Okay. And 10th against the pass. So they're 19th in defense. So you have a good defense in Sam Houston versus a bad defense in Georgia Southern. And both offenses aren't anything to write home about. They're 90. Sam Houston's 96. And Georgia Southern is 92nd. So I think I have a good score there because you have a good defense, but you have two bad offenses, but one good defense. So it's like it kind of balances out. And now the next game is Ohio and Jacksonville State in the Camp World Stadium from the Camp World Stadium in Orlando, Florida, I believe. And this is the Staff DNA Cure Bowl, Ohio versus Jacksonville State. Ohio is 10-3. They won the MAC. Jacksonville State's 9-4. Plus 128 on the money line. I think 54.5, 12 p.m. on Thursday. Is it 12 p.m.? This is on Thursday? No, this is on Friday. This is on Saturday. Wait, on Saturday? No, this is not a Saturday game. This is a Friday game. I don't know why I put 20. Yeah, Friday the 20th is Friday. Yeah. So this Friday at 12 o'clock, this is the first game on Friday. I have Ohio winning 35-21. I think they're the better team. I was impressed with them winning the MAC. They dominated Miami, Ohio pretty handily, and they won the MAC. So I think they take that momentum and win this game. And let's take a look at Ohio, 55th again in overall offense, 12th in rushing offense, 108th in passing offense. They have the 8th ranked defense in the country, 42nd against the pass, 5th against the run. So Ohio is a really good defensive team. They're top 10. That's really impressive. Top 10. I like that. That's one reason why I'm picking them. Their defense. Now they're facing a team that can score in Jacksonville State, who's 19th in offense, so top 20. The top 20 offense versus top 10 defense. Interesting. So you have they're 117th against the pass, second in passing offense, and they're 95th against the pass and 64th against the run. This should be a good game. 12 o'clock on ESPN. I can't wait for the triple header on the games on Friday. And then my team, the Gators versus Tulane from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa Bay, Florida. So Florida gets to host this game. Tulane and Florida, two teams that went in opposite directions towards the end. Because Florida won the last 3 games. They beat LSU and their hopes of the playoff, and the hopes of whatever hope they had. And ended Ole Miss's hopes of playoff, which Ole Miss was in the top 12 at the time. And then they ended Florida State season, but handed them their 10th loss. So to add to Florida State's misery, they beat them in Tallahassee. Tulane, on the other hand, they lost their chance to host the American the AAC championship game. They blew that against Memphis, and then they lost to Army, and now here they are against Florida, and I think they lose. They lost their freshman quarterback to the portal. He transferred to Duke, so they don't even have their starting quarterback who left after his freshman season. I think it was a red shirt anyway. But I have Florida winning 44-27 in a high-scoring game. Florida is 13.5-point favorite. 7-5 they were, but they finished strong. They were 4-5, and they finished the season with 3 straight wins against LSU, Ole Miss, and Florida State. 2 of them, they ended their hopes of playoffs. Florida in the second half of the season. As a Gators fan, I'm really excited about next year, and I'm hoping DJ Alagihu is going to be better next year. He's going to be a sophomore, and they're going to add weapons in the portal. So I can't wait for next year. I think the Gators are going to be back next year, and they're going to make a run in the playoffs. I don't know if they'll make it, but they'll make a run. They'll be in contention. I think Florida wins 44-27. I think Florida takes the momentum of winning 3 straight into this game. Tulane lost their quarterback to the portal. So, yeah, I think Florida has the momentum here. I know 13.5 high for a bowl game, but Florida is hot right now. So, let's take a look at that. So we'll take a look at Tulane first. 41st against in offense, 82nd against the pass, 17th in rushing. So they're top 20 in rushing. 52nd against the rush, and 6th against the pass. They're 6th against the pass, so that's pretty good. They're 13th in defense. Let's take a look at my Gators. Um, 81st against the offense. I think that's because of the first half of the season. So 8th against in passing offense, 75th in rushing offense, 79th in rushing defense, and 97th in passing defense. They didn't have a good defense, but I think their defense is going to be improved over their defense improved over time this year, and I think they're going to be better next year. There's some defense ends back, so they'll be back next year. Next game, as a Gators fan, I'm just really happy the way they ended the season. They beat three teams that they were two teams they were underdogs against, and then they beat Florida State, which is always great. And then Notre Dame and Indiana. That's the first round playoff game, so I'm not going to talk about that. I already mentioned that, and I did the show on the playoffs. So it's a Monday. The last two games I'm doing is UTSA is University of Texas San Antonio versus Coastal Carolina. Let's talk about this. This is the Myrtle Beach Bowl. Coastal Carolina has the home field here. I mean, not where Coastal Carolina is, but it's in Carolina. So, but I have UTSA winning 23-16 and under hitting. UTSA is -8.5. They're the favorite, actually. And Coastal Carolina is 5-5, 6-6 this year. 250 on the money line. Over under is 55.5. But I like the under here. Let's take a look. And we're taking a look at Coastal Carolina. 17th in offense, 11th in passing offense, 68th in rushing offense, 18th against the rush, 126th against the pass. That's a big dramatic difference, and that's why they're 82nd in defense. They're good against the rush, but they're better in offense. They're better against. They're a better passing team, and they're better against the rush. So total opposite on the offensive defense. For the UTSA, University of San Antonio, Texas San Antonio, 72nd in passing offense, 92nd in passing offense, 46th in rushing offense, 105th against the pass, 105th against the run, and 81st against the pass. Yeah, I'm just not showing my face. Let's see. Maybe show a little bit. Let's see. There we go. Let's do that. Last game, Northern Illinois and Fresno State. This is the last game, and then I'll do some. Oh wait. No, it's not the last game I'm doing. Sorry. The Idaho Bowl, Northern Illinois versus Fresno State. They're both 6-6. No, Northern Illinois 7-5. Their biggest win was against Notre Dame, who's in the playoff, and Fresno State, who's 6-6. I have Fresno State winning here, 21-17, low scoring game. Obviously, over under 40.5. Plus 118 on the money line for Fresno State. Let's take a look at this one. I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4. No, wait. No, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 more games. I think I only did 8, right? Did I only do 8? Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. Only did 8. So I have 4 more after this. Fresno. No, this is on Northern Illinois. 58th in offense, 5th in defense, 7th against the pass, 19th against the run, 16th in rushing offense, and 118th in passing offense. Northern Illinois. Northern Illinois is 68th in offense, 118th in passing offense, 15th in rushing defense, in rushing offense, 19th in rushing defense, and 7th in passing defense. And they were the fifth overall, top five in defense. Wow. Okay, so this is going to be a defensive game. That's why I had the score what I have. Or wait, no. Did I not look at? No, I didn't look at Fresno State. My bad. I did not look at Fresno State. So let me check here. I don't even know where this is. Some stadium. So Fresno State is 106 in offense, 45th in passing offense, 124th in rushing offense, 53rd in passing against the rush, and 65th against the pass, 55th in defense. Where's the next game? Where's the next game? This is this will be Bowl 18. Let's see. Yeah. So next game is I don't know what it's called. San Jose State versus South Florida. In the Hawaii Bowl. This is love the Hawaii Bowl. 8 p.m. on ESPN. San Jose State winning 33-16. Minus 4.5 on the spread. 62.5 point favorite. 62.5 point favorite. No, 62.5 is the total. Excuse me. This is on Christmas Eve. So it's going to be a good game to watch. Hawaii Bowl, which wasn't the only game on TV, but on TV. And South Florida. Let's take a look at them. 44th in offense, 59th in passing offense, 28th in rushing offense, 84th against the rush, 128th against the pass, 119th in defense. So they're not a good defense team. San Jose State, 50th in rushing in offense, 5th in passing offense, 132nd in rushing offense. So that's why they're 50th. 89th in defense, 90th against the pass, and 78th against the run. Neither team is good in defense. So next game is on Thursday, and these are the last three games I'm doing. And then I'll be back on Wednesday to start with the December 27th games. Pittsburgh and Toledo. I might be starting a Pittsburgh career in NCAA 25. So this is interesting. Pittsburgh winning 31-21. They are the favorite, 7.5 point favorites, 105, minus 105 on the money line. That's a minus 105 on 7.5. And Toledo is plus 220 on the money line. They're 7.5. Pittsburgh is 7.5. They started like 6-0, and then they lost their last 5 out of 6 games. I believe they started. No, I think they started 7-0. Yeah, start 7-0. Let me check this. Let me check this. I think they started 7. They were rolling, and then they ran into some good teams, and then yeah, they lost. They lost their last. Ooh, wow! They lost their last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They lost their last 5. Sorry. They started with they beat Syracuse, and then they lost to SMU, then they lost to Virginia, which was a shocker. Lost to Clemson in a close game. Lost to Louisville. They got blown out by Louisville. And then they lost to Boston College. So yeah, they started 7-0. Were ranked. I think they were close to ranked in the top 10. They were in contention to win to get an ACC championship game, and then they fell apart. So Pittsburgh, 51st in offense, 115th in passing offense, 101st in rushing offense, 24th in rushing defense, 120th in passing defense. So their rushing offense is not great, but their passing defense is not great. And their rushing defense is great, and their passing offense is pretty good. So go figure. Top 25 in rushing defense and top 25 in passing defense, and 101st in rushing defense, in rushing offense, and then 20th in passing defense. So go figure. As for Toledo, 89th in rushing in offense, 42nd against the pass, 105th against not against 105th in rushing offense, 49th in rushing defense, 58th in passing defense, and 42nd in passing offense. And I have, as I said, Pittsburgh winning Toledo. The next game is Rutgers versus K-State, Kansas State. So K-State. I'm gonna see that. Why did that not work? Huh. Live Live. Let's see. Rutgers. Rutgers. No, it's not working. What the heck? Ugh. What this one? Yeah, so I don't know what's going on with that one. But I have K State winning 34-24 against Rutgers. High scoring game, 5 p.m. on ESPN on Friday, December 27th. 51.5 is the over under. K State is 6.5 point favorite. And Rutgers is was 7-5 this season. K-State was 8-4 this season. K-State had a disappointing season. They were high expectations for K-State. But they kind of disappointed, but they still won 8 games. And I think they win 20, 24, 34-24 here. I can't show the stats. I don't know why it won't take me to that. So, last game I'm going to do, and I'll show my best bet for 3 games I'm going to do. I have 3 best bets for 3 games that I talked about. Arkansas State versus Bowling Green. I have Arkansas State winning. What do I have? 41-24. Over under 29.5. I have the over. 6.5 is Arkansas State plus 198 on the money line for uh wait. Arkansas State underdog. Well, that's a Bowling Green with them. Oh wow, yeah. Bowling Green is the favorite. So I have Arkansas State winning as the underdog here. Plus 198 on the money line, and both teams for 7-5. I think the wrong team's favorite here, but I don't know. There's a reason why Bowling Green's favorite. I don't. 6.5 is I think is a lot for 2 teams that are both 7-5. Unless I'm missing something in the portal where they're missing some guys, but I should have done deeper into that. But I have Arkansas State winning regardless. I'm not gonna say the wrong team's favorite, but yeah, I have that. And let's look at the stats. This is Arkansas State. Arkansas State, 65th in offense, 129th in defense, 95th against the pass, 57th in passing offense, 73rd in rushing offense, 131st in rushing defense. So they're not a good defense team. Bowling Green. Bowling Green. '87th in offense, 32nd in defense, and they're top 15 defense, pretty good, top 35. 21st against the pass, 71st against the rush, 83rd in rushing offense, and 70th in passing defense. So they're not a good offensive team. So this is going to be an interesting game. I don't think the spread should be 6.5. I think it should be more 2.5, or pick them for 2 teams that are same record. As I said, maybe I'm missing something with the portal. This guy's missing this game, not deciding not to play. So yeah. The next games I'm gonna do for on Wednesday will be the whole slate for Friday, December 27th. Will be Navy, Oklahoma, Vermont, Vanderbilt, and Georgia Tech. That should be a good game. Arkansas, Texas Tech, Washington State, and Syracuse should be another one, and Texas A&M and USC. That should be an interesting one too. And then North Carolina, UConn, Nebraska, Boston College, TCU and Louisiana, Miami and Iowa State. TCU and Louisiana, Miami and Iowa State. That should be a good game. Colorado State and Miami, Ohio. NC State and East Carolina, BYU, Colorado. That should be interesting, even though they're from the same conference. Louisiana Tech and Army. Louisiana Tech is the last minute change. Marshall dropped out, so Louisiana Tech is replacing Marshall in that game. And then Iowa and Missouri. And I think that's it. I'm doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I'm doing 14 on Wednesday. That's right. So 14 plus 12 is 26. And then 8 on Thursday and 8 on Friday. So that should be it. My best bets. Doing the best bet here. Memphis minus 4.5, minus 112 on FanDuel. My best bet for that game. The best bet for this one, UNLV on the money line at minus 106 on FanDuel. And then my last one, Ohio minus 3.5 on FanDuel, minus 105 against Jacksonville State. No money play best bet this time around. Maybe on Wednesday I will have one. But let's go back to the big screen. Stop the screen. As far as the bowl games, the 12 bowl games I picked, there should be some good bowl games in the next couple of weeks. In the next couple of weeks in here, with the playoffs starting on Friday. So still great month of football left in college football, and then we have the NFL playoffs coming, and then the Super Bowl in February, and then I'll be transitioning to some sports. I may have a co-host. I think maybe Matt, my buddy on Facebook. He's joining me to talk sports with March Madness coming up in March. The NBA in the second half of the season. NHL. I know he's an NHL guy. Maybe I'll get another host too. I don't know how many I'll have. Maybe I'll try to do one or two, at least one show a week. With him, maybe another co-host can join us too. Sometime. Still have some best bets, and then MLB will be starting in February with spring training. About that, I know he's a baseball guy like me, so we talking about that. Hopefully, we'll be talking more sports. Hopefully, I'll be doing more sports shows. This last couple months, I've been doing just mainly football because football is a big sport here. So, it's the biggest sport in America. So, I focused on that mostly. I did some basketball preview, and they college basketball preview, the NBA preview. Not really NHL, but hopefully I can talk more soccer too. But yeah, as football winds down with NFL playoffs and the college playoffs starting, bowl games wrapping up, starting for the next 3 weeks of bowl games, and then the playoffs, the NFL playoffs, and the Super Bowl, and then you transition to baseball with spring training, and then March Madness, NBA playoffs, NHL playoffs. So, and then soccer, the Champions League. Maybe I'll talk more about that since I'm a big Liverpool fan. They're doing great in the Champions League. So, I know he's a big soccer guy. No, yeah, he's a big soccer guy too. He's a Chelsea fan. So, we'll talk about that. So, I wanted to talk about more sports after football season because I mainly talked about football. This is a sports channel, so I want to talk more about on sports. So it's hard sometimes because you focus on football and then it's hard to focus on other sports because football is such a main focus. And I love football, even though I'm a baseball guy more. So I want to talk about more basketball. I love college basketball, so I want to get into that. Maybe I'll do some other stuff too, but with that said, Money E out. I'll be back Wednesday. Maybe not this time. Maybe earlier than this, but I'll be back. Later.